This presentation will highlight the key points discussed in the report, such as a brief introduction to the company, a detailed SWOT analysis, discussion of the critical problem, proposing better solutions for Supreme, and creating a detailed action plan implementing the recommended solutions. The birth of Supreme was in April 1994 by James Javier, who was inspired by local skaters and their devotion to skateboarding. Subsequently, this led to the creation of Supreme. The brand is targeted at skateboarding and hip-hop cultures and the youth in general. The brand produces clothes, accessories, and also manufactures skateboards. Supreme maintains a competitive advantage through the exclusivity which is achieved through limited stores available worldwide.
Strengths include Supreme's consumer demand that outweighs its supply, which creates hype around its products, makes its products exclusive, and allows Supreme to maintain a high bargaining power. Supreme's consumer endorsement of the brand through word of mouth enhances customer perceptions of the brand as being reliable and trustworthy. Supreme has become a cultural lifestyle brand that is made for the cool people by the cool people. This motto created a cult-like following who formed their own subculture and were loyal disciples of the cult brand. Main weaknesses include limited stock that creates a potential loss of customers to competitors and gives rise to resale markets where products are sold for a much higher price. Supreme relies on no marketing to promote awareness. While this worked in the early stages, it needs to promote/expand its strategies for future growth. The acquisition poses a risk of a shift in the customer base and the loss of authenticity. One of Supreme's main threats is its competitors. Supreme will have an increased threat of substitutes as it competes with existing luxury brands for the same target market and market share. Advanced technology, such as bots, risks the reduction of the hype that Supreme products create, which is a crucial factor in the brand's success. Supreme has the opportunity to increase its market share by catering to diverse customers by engaging in product segmentation. Extending operations to other countries will make the brand more accessible and increase its sale and market share.
With Supreme having a strong credibility, it shows that the brand is highly favored by celebrities that people look up to. This shows that the brand's reputation is amongst the top brands. Following this, in recent years, Supreme has focused on the collaborations with major companies such as Nike, LV, and celebrity Justin Bieber. By collaborating with these brands allowed Supreme to create, design, and produce products that are unique. However, with these collaborations happening, this relates to the weaknesses that they faced, and that is having the price of the retail being too high, and also having limited supply of products as they can cause the consumer awareness within the market to be low. Supreme is using online website method to sell their product, which allows the brand to attract a vast variety of consumers from all over the world. Online website gave the consumers opportunity to purchase products a lot more easier. However, as online websites are a good marketing strategy, other competitors such as Off-White is competing as well. With this being said, this creates challenges and hurdles for Supreme in the market. Since online sales have been blooming for consumers, consumers are finding ways in bypassing the system by implementing bots and create a high threat to Supreme, as it can harm the reputation amongst consumers that are trying to play legit.
Part of Supreme's success and cultural allure is on the basis that the groups and individuals were part of a niche, and that those within the groups effectively reflected the ideals of the brand. The evolution of Supreme and the detransition into interest of its target market is now starkly obvious. A major creator of this conflict is of its stakeholder agreement with the Carlyle Group. In 2017, the Carlyle Group purchased a 50% stake in the business for $500 million. Supreme has always carried a culture of anti-establishment messaging, which for many socially conscious consumers, this caused an uproar and serves as a conflict in trust, morality, and thus unwavering support for the brand. The Carlyle Group has ties to the war in Yemen and furthers a manufacture for tear gas used to subdue protesters. Thus, the Carlyle Group and the investment to Supreme, whether willingly or not, has subscribed itself to an oppositional political stance to many of its consumers who want to resonate with the brand's identity. Following this, Supreme's adamant approach to limiting its offerings has unintentionally backfired, spawning a vast secondary market with greatly inflated prices. What once generated exposure and hype and was captured as positive momentum is now integrated its way into Supreme's failure to live up to its peak hype as a brand. Further, Supreme has, since its establishment, never invested money into advertising. It's relied on hype within the mainstream media to carry the brand to the masses. And while historically this has worked for Supreme, with its wavering consumer confidence in the brand, it's proving to be an escalating issue.
The first solution to this problem is to implement a strategic overhaul campaign under the new owner, LVMH. This will focus on reverting Supreme to its authentic roots of anti-establishment values whilst maintaining a positive growth trajectory. Bring Back the Hype Beast will be facilitated through heavy investment in marketing, specifically brand deals with the highest followed rappers and skaters such as Nicki Minaj, Drake, Tony Hawk, and Rob Dyrdek. Supreme will utilize LVMH's resources to implement a large-scale collaboration with Off-White, Tommy Hilfiger, or Ralph Lauren to ensure the campaign receives higher desired levels of attention and reception. The second solution is to transition to a more expansionary mass marketing approach whilst maintaining their mystique and unattainable brand image. This will increase its consumer reach and challenge the resale industry. The first stage involves international pop-up stores with region-specific product offerings. Stage 2 will include new standalone stores in the best-performing cities. While Supreme will conduct mass marketing, they will not be using mass production. They will use limited inventory stands to maintain the desirability of the product due to low attainability levels. The objective of this option is to push the company to see success of competitor Louis Vuitton, worth $23 billion.
Solution 1 involves promoting exclusivity through a niche market approach, helping Supreme bring back brand awareness and market share. This approach is feasible but may take some time through the slow release of products. Similarly, this solution is effective but may not connect with all age brackets of consumers. Resources required for this marketing approach are design teams to effectively manufacture in-trend designs and famous influencers to help promote the brand. Objections from top management include that they will have to wait a long time to see results and that it is less appealing than a mass marketing strategy. Although this approach has opportunities, it is considered too subtle and does not promote enough growth opportunities. Thus, we do not recommend this option. By reverting away from their original marketing strategy to a mass marketing strategy, Supreme can promote exclusivity on a larger scale. This can be done by expanding their standalone stores into more international markets. Feasibility is also high as mass marketing can often be expensive but has a higher chance of success due to more individuals being receptive. In terms of effectiveness, it is risky but attainable. By promoting marketing strategies such as clothing drops in their new standalone stores, exclusivity will be promoted and brand awareness increased. Due to the large-scale marketing approach, many resources are needed such as increased staff and effective marketing and operations departments. The main objection from management is that it is large and may take some time to see the effectiveness of it. This is the recommended approach as it combines increases in exclusivity and brand awareness at the same time.
Stage 1 includes research that will involve internal parties, such as analysts and marketing employees, as well as external parties, such as local parties whose insights into the local market will assist in acclimatization and better understand customer needs in diverse markets. Collecting primary and secondary data, such as customer perceptions of the brand in various countries, forecasting revenue and costs, and evaluating each country's beliefs and values are important, as Supreme itself is a culture. Stage 2 focuses on employees, from the way employees perceive the brand to the way they promote the brand and treat the customers. Every detail plays a crucial role in adding value to the success. Supreme will need to work with local experts to understand the local people to maintain the image of its employees and the brand itself. Supreme needs to invest in mass marketing techniques such as advertisements, social media engagement, and banners. They should create hashtags for every campaign and hype up its audience before dropping the advertisement and any new products. Marketing strategies will also be unique for each country as the medium of communicating the right message in each country will vary. Stage 4 includes evaluating and monitoring customer satisfaction, engagement with Supreme's content on social media, revenue levels, new customer attraction and retention levels.